Is this good? Man, I can never figure out if I got the focus right. I'll tell you what, making this content, I could be here all day doing this. Make sure my, listen, fellas, I got good audio this time. I had good audio last time, it just wasn't set up right. I mean, how am I starting this thing? What's up? No. Love you, Peter, but it ain't my thing. That takes some serious talent. All right, what's up, everybody? Aviv, CineSummit founder. Hopefully you're super excited about the topic at hand based on the title. I put a lot on that. I know it sounds a little bit too over the top, and maybe you think it's just clickbait. Here's the deal. We're all artists, and we sometimes neglect the business side, right? I don't even want to say sometimes. We mostly neglect the business side. We think we're going to make cool stuff. It's going to get out there. That's how we're going to get business. We still are struggling on how to get more clients, how to get more customers, how to get our name out there, how to brand ourselves, etc., etc. So this whole video is really going to be about getting more work via the vehicle of doing free work. That dreaded kind of like, taboo, don't do free work stuff. Nonsense, utter nonsense.
You put these in there for free, in their homes for free.
I give them for free.
Smart.
Yeah.
I believe in that.
Yeah.
I believe in free a lot, which the design community hates me for.
Hey, that's how I started out.
No, you and everybody else.
Yeah.
And then when people make it, they tell everybody not to give it for free because they don't like the competition.
You know what? I'm going to email that and just see what happens. I'm going to say I'm going to be there. I'd love to create a video for you for free. I want to give back because you've really changed my life. And, just say yes or no. It doesn't really matter. Like, I'll be there anyways, but I just want to provide value. And little did I know that email was going to truly change my life. Like, an hour later, I got a response from Tim's assistant. He said, come on out. Would love to have you. But why don't I just do what I did with Tim Ferriss? Why don't I try to find Tony Robbins' personal email address and reach out to him and say, I'd love to, film one of your events. 4 months later, I was at the bottom of the Four Seasons Hotel, New York City. Tony comes out of the elevator, and we get in a helicopter, fly over New York City with him and Sage, land at the Meadowlands, and I walk out on the stage with 6,000 screaming people like a rock concert.
You got to look at it as not just like free work, but just like the opportunities to network and meet with people. All the first music videos I did with Futuristic, KID, who is now Kyle and had the biggest record of last year, I Spy with Lil Yachty, and it was everywhere. I met him when he was a 16-year-old kid, sleeping on his mom's couch. He didn't have money to pay me, and I was just like, yo, I'll shoot you 4 videos. Like, I wanted to do it. I wanted to get my name out there. I wanted to connect with artists and create music videos and create a reel for myself and do all that stuff. And I shot probably like 15 to 20 of his videos that we put on my YouTube channel before I ever got paid. But when he got signed to a record label, guess who he came to for a music video? Me. And guess who got paid by the record label? Me. And then it just, from there, I grabbed more videos, labels, other artists, and it's like, and it created also the following I had, the YouTube channel. I was able to then make money off my YouTube channel down the road, but it all started because I wasn't worried about like what we're talking. I was just doing it, you know what I mean? I wasn't worried about the financial aspect of it. I was just doing it because I wanted to do it, I love to do it, and I was trying to get further.
Now let me just kind of take it back a little bit and give you a little bit of a backstory on myself and why I'm doing this, why I think it's going to be beneficial to you and to myself. What happened with me is that I wanted to get better in my art, and I stumbled along this concept of interviewing people and working side by side with other great people to learn in that fashion. And then a blog came out of that, interviewing people on the blog came out of that. Next thing I know, CineSummit was born, and it just took over my life. So my confession is that I kind of dropped the ball altogether on video production, my cinematography, actually being in the game and doing it over the last several years. And as much as I love the CineSummit, I also still want to create. I want to be a filmmaker at the same time while I'm doing what I'm doing with the CineSummit. So I wanted to challenge myself and challenge you to do what I'm about to explain in a moment about doing free work and to really see what happens in a 6 months period. It'll probably be much faster than that, to be honest, but whenever you're doing something that's like more marketing kind of based, you can't expect results immediately. You got to put in the work, you got to be patient, and then one day that all that work starts to snowball, and one thing leads to the next. You know, people start to see you and start to reach out to you. It's not like you just do one marketing kind of action and expect all of a sudden the results to come. It doesn't work that way. That's the biggest mistake when people make with marketing, is they give up too early, and they need to realize that it takes time for the effect to happen, and it's one marketing move plus another marketing move. Together they start to compound each other. It's not just, oh, I did this one thing, how come I'm not getting results? So I don't know what your goal is, but for me, I want to become a production company / director, and I want to be sought after. I want to get the higher paying work. The way to get yourself out there and into the space that you want is, believe it or not, free work, doing free work.
Yeah, I believe in that.
Now, it's not free work in the way you may be thinking about it. Here's where the argument becomes in free work. If somebody calls you up and say, hey, will you do free work? And then that way, you know, I'll tell my friends, and then you'll blah, 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 you know, exposure and blah, and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, when somebody comes knocking on your door for that, that's a little tricky. But what I'm talking about, free work, is you go and find the industry you want to work in, the people that you want to work in, the genre that you want to work in, etc., and you offer somebody who you think is going to be a massive impact if you're in that circle, if you did a video for them. So let me give you an example. I want to really get into music videos. So a person isn't going to hire me right now for music videos. I don't have that portfolio. What I want to do is go and reach out to people who I think are either up and coming, already there in the space. Anybody who's kind of like, once the music video is done, it's going to, one, give me something amazing for my reel. It's going to, two, put me in their circle, and their circle is an influential circle of people who also want music videos, right? So if you're doing it for somebody who's an absolute no name, that's okay if he is respected in the circle, people know about him, etc. So if that was your goal, music videos, like it is for myself, I would say you go out there and you find an artist who you think their music is incredible, because your music video might be the greatest, but if the music isn't so impressive.
Once upon a time, she was just a girl living in this world. Then you came along with your irresistible charm.
So find an artist who the music is incredible, is still unknown, or maybe even known. If you can get somebody who's really known to give you the opportunity to do a music video for them for free, and you probably could get that opportunity because they have nothing to lose, right? So you want to reach out to them and make a music video for them. Now, you say to yourself, now what, right? Well, the now what is that if you do a good job, and maybe you'll have to do a few of these for a few people, and it might take some time, guess what happens when they do have a budget and they do have a video that they want to make? They're going to reach out to you. They're not going to say, hey, can you make me a free one? They're going to reach out to you for when it's time to actually pay. You're going to be their go-to guy. They got a relationship, etc. Now, even if the person that you did the free music video for you, do not reach out to you, they don't have that need, you're going to now be in the circle where lots of other of their friends, of their people, I mean, networking is incredible. Like if they're into music, they got, at least just like you have tons of filmmakers that are in your world, they're going to have a lot of musicians in their world, and they're all doing albums, they all want music videos, etc. And they're going to see that music video, really start to get myself out there. So I think the pros are so huge. Now that was just the music video genre, but there's a few other ones. Like, I want to get into doing very creative and message-oriented, storytelling-oriented projects. And I just had this brainstorm of doing some sort of commercial for the city. You might have some connections or whatnot, but you can reach out to them somehow, get to their marketing department or whatnot, and say, hey, I want to make you a free video that is going to tell the story of this city as a marketing piece, for whatever their needs are. And they'll probably say, yeah, well, let's talk. You're now in the door with them, and you're going to make them a free video. You might make 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 for them. You do a bunch of these. Now, here's the beautiful part about it. Let's say they don't reach out to you. Well, guess what? There's another 30 cities and municipalities and states, and they're all around your area, which they're going to probably see one of those videos. And now they don't know you did it for free. They don't know you did it on spec. Let's call it spec. You're going to get a call from somebody else saying, wow, I want a video like what you did for them. And they're going to assume you're really in demand and a big player because, hey, that city called you up to do the project when the truth is you just did it on your own. So free work is big. It's huge. It gets you in the door. It gets you with the people. It lets you make the work you want to make. And it really lets you build your portfolio in a way that will get you the kind of work that you want to get. But mainly it's that networking that happens because of it. So my challenge to you and to myself is over the next 6 months to do free work as much as possible. My goal is going to be to do 2 a month. It's really scary even saying that right now to the camera because, you know, I'm so focused on the CineSummit. This year we're bringing you the industry's best cinematographers to spill some of the secrets that got them to where they are today. I'm so focused on the CineSummits that sometimes I don't do, especially my own work. I only do work when somebody gives me a call. So to really kind of push myself to do my own work, and now it's not paid, but I'm still excited about it because I know now I'm in control. That's the big thing here. When you got to make sure that, hey, I'm gonna do this for you for free, and yeah, we're gonna collaborate. I'm gonna hear your input because I want you to be happy, and I want the goals of whatever it is that we're doing. Your goals to be, but you're the artist. You're driving the boat. You have the final say on the product. They're not gonna get you for free, and then they're gonna call all the shots on how it should be made. So here's the next step. What I plan on doing is I want to turn this into kind of a community thing where we're all helping each other out, we're all pushing each other, and kind of creating a little bit of an accountability. I want you to click on the link down in the description somewhere down there. It's probably going to be a Facebook group. I'll see what I've decided. Just click on the link and join, you know, the entire community who's watching this right now. We're all going to start sharing, and we'll keep pushing each other. Hey, I did 3 videos this week. Let's see what happens from that, and then we'll be sharing it with each other, and it's going to be almost like this kind of like competition slash, you know, friendly kind of race. Like, hey, I did this many videos, and guess what? I just got a call to do this one piece, and it's going to be a $3,000 job, and that's probably like the low end of things, right? So, hey, doing a couple free things just got you in the door with this kind of industry, and you got your first paying gig with that. Now, if you do these enough, at some point, you're going to be too busy. That's the goal. You're going to be too busy to do the free stuff. You know, I really hope this kind of blows up, and everybody share it with everybody so that the more people join this group. That's what it's free. I'm not, you know, there's no business involved here. This is a free group that I want everybody to kind of share what they're doing and how they're doing it, and how many jobs they're doing and what job they're getting, and what it led to, and we can learn from each other. So that's I'm going to be there. Obviously, I'm going to be there very active. I'm going to be sharing even shoots that I went on and how it went and what it led to. I think that's going to be the big deal. I want us all to get to the point where we're saying, hey, I just did, you know, 4 jobs in the last month, and I got that first call for a job, and it's going to pay X. Let's say it's going to be paying $5,000, and it's within the industry that I've been wanting to do, and it's going to be, I'm going to get paid to do the kind of job that they saw, meaning they saw something you did, which, don't forget, is exactly the kind of work that you want to do, because when you did the free job, you did what you wanted to do. You didn't do what the client, you know, like the type, you did something that the client is going to be happy with, obviously, but you did something that was the style that you wanted. So when you get a call, guess what you're going to get a call for? You're going to get a call for doing that same style that they saw. So this is, to me, just the first of many business kind of tips that I want to start to give in the whole video production world. This is probably gonna be the first episode of a series of business-oriented discussions. And the big thing for me is that I want you to join. Don't forget, go down to the description, join the free group that I'm putting together where we can all help each other out and push each other into this concept of doing free work and using it. Don't forget, it's a marketing tool. This is not just you doing free work and then throwing up a prayer. You need to be strategic. How is this going to get me more work? Doing free is big when it's on your terms. So do it. Join the group. Let's make it happen. I'll see you over there. Let's rock and roll. That was a weak ending, but whatever. You get the point. Have you subscribed? Make sure you do that. Hit that bell. We're going to be hitting up business stuff to make sure you get that money. Improve your production value as well from the best directors, cinematographers, and probably all kinds of crew members in the field doing it at the highest level via our CineSummits and on here. So subscribe, hit the bell, don't miss out, and let's do this thing.